Those people who sit on their high horse in their ivory tower are actually missing out. They're missing out on an unbelievable life that I am discovering by meeting new people every day, and not in a way that our traditional society would see the motivation for the motivation of learning social science, okay, if you want to call it that, people interacting science. So I'm basically a social scientist, and I would love to read all of your stories. You know how on NPR they would have the Moth Hour? I love that program. It was like every Thursday night. It's probably still going on. And they had some really profound things. And they also have certain projects where people go into a booth. Well, you need to just do that yourself. And if you get a free account on Substack, you just keep it there. You're not trying to make a living. You're not trying to over-disclose. You're not trying to do TMI. You're not trying to impress anyone, if you can manage it. Or if you are trying to impress everyone, which, come on, let's face it, then at least admit it to yourself, because nobody wants to publicly fall on their face, right? So we want to put our best foot forward. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but nobody cares if it's like gonna win the Pulitzer. This is your story. You can put whatever you want in it. You can even, let's say you've rewritten history in your mind and you want to put your opinion down there. We all need to become good at figuring out if someone is being a little disingenuous. I do it all the time. Because if you think about it, when somebody presents their side of the story, just by simple empirical fact, you don't know what else happened. Like, I would reserve my decision. I would reserve judgment. I'm a prospector, I guess, but I'm an ultra prospector, and I'm talking now about Myers-Briggs testing, which was based on Carl Jung's categorization of personalities, by the way. But I heard that the CIA uses that to profile and track people, so, man, they ruined something else. They ruined another thing, right? All the discoveries we can make if we really learned about each other. The more we know, and the more we realize, okay, a lot of issues are regional, but there's some commonality, okay? The world is really vast. We're all hearing about things at a much larger scale than we used to, because large numbers and larger scales were reserved for national and international media. Like, I remember my mom had 5,000 followers. I'm not kidding. It seems like wrong. It seems like a typo, but it's not. Now people have like 1 million followers. It's mind-boggling. Imagine if we could turn that to a positive and get these crooks out of here. Put your story down. Get creative. I would much rather be living and working among people who are happy, who communicate well, who've worked through their hang-ups, who've shared and become understanding of each other, and then have some kind of a common awareness, not the same purpose, but maybe just an awareness of the general reality of the physical world around us, as well as any other empirical evidence. Then have a ton of money and wear a bunch of gold chains and be able to walk the red carpet or whatever and think that, oh, I became like the immortalized gods of rock and roll. And that's not happening anymore. It's our time now. It's the age of Aquarius. Be safe, be well, subscribe, share, like, please support if you think there's anything valuable that will help us unite. And above all, keep calm and share complete facts. Bye-bye.
You have a cute little physique. There you go.